I am redoing this room. This used to be where you sit a box flat screen TV in it. So this hole or wall has been closed off. I was gonna paint it back gray, but I feel like the white is brighter and it looks better. I have to get this TV hung on this wall. These cabinets are from the kitchen and they've been painted, but it's, let me show you. It is pouring down rain outside. So yeah, I gotta finish painting this. Yo, I have so much going on in this one room, okay? So it's from here over that I have to paint. And then I need to hang up curtains. Yeah, I'm gonna have to paint the whole thing. I wanna replace these blinds, but that doesn't even make sense because they work. I just never liked them. They just never got replaced because I never really had a chance to get to this room. But yeah, I washed the covers. That needs to be put back on the pillowcases. I have a garment rack that needs to be clipped together so I can get ready to move that out into the garage. Brought one of the rawhide rugs downstairs because I need to roll those up together along with this little baby one. Yeah, so I need to get that moved because that is not staying here. So this is what my living room is looking like. All right, y'all, so I've had a lot of mixed feelings about me putting the house up for FIFA, but I have a strong feeling that I'm supposed to. I prayed about it. I felt like it was necessary for me to write some affirmations and scriptures on the wall, and then I'm gonna paint over it. That's why I did it in pencil, because I don't want it to leave marks like Sharpie, because that's what I really would have done it in. But it says, according to my faith, let it be done. This house is blessed, protected, and provides. This home is covered and it produces. I speak Proverbs 24:3, Psalms 121:8, Deuteronomy 28:8, 2 Corinthians 5:7. And I said, according to Habakkuk 2:2, and that's the one about writing the vision to make it plain. My vision is, my prayer is that this house brings in income from FIFA 2026 of 12K plus, and it will get booked before the end of May. In Jesus' name, it is so. So that is what I put on the wall. I'm speaking it into the atmosphere. I'm speaking life to it. So yeah, I can't wait to give you my testimony later in another video. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Y'all, the amount of obstacles that I've been dealing with has been crazy. Anyway, I had to go to Lowe's because I went to go get a paint color that I thought the other side of the living room was painted in, because I had it written on top of the old paint can. However, that wasn't the right color. I got the color of my bedroom versus the color of the living room, because I was just going to paint this one wall, the TV wall in this corner that you see me painting here. However, now I have to paint the entire living room, which is fine because it's a lighter gray, but it's just kind of like, dang, I was trying to, be done a little quicker, have less work to do. That's why I didn't paint the whole living room white. Anyway, still got to paint the whole entire living room. Also, I was trying out this new app because I wanted to be able to record vertical and horizontal, and this app apparently provided that, right? However, when I set up my tripod, set up my phone, to record the content, it did not save anything. So I was so excited about getting this content for you guys and the footage of me painting, taping off the living room, etc. However, none of the footage saved, so I'm sorry. Y'all, this is the best thing ever. When I talk about, okay, so this is how the darker part is what I'm painting over. But if you look at the ceilings, it touched it. I never fixed it. But y'all, look how I did this. And it's drying right there. But look at that. Oh. So this is what it's looking like right now. Everything has been painted. Some spots are still a little wet because I painted over them. I'm wanting to take this off and paint it gray. Y'all, I know it looks a little sloppy in some places. That's because I know that I'm going to go in and put a fresh coat of white paint on the trim work around the windows, around the baseboards, etc., on the fireplace. So that's what I'm doing. Right now I'm taping off the windows because I'm going to go in and do a fresh coat of white paint around the trim work. So that's my next plan of action for the living room. And then after this, I plan to hang the curtain rod and the curtains, and then hopefully the TV. All right, so let me put this disclaimer out there. I know, with a capital K-N-O-W, I look crazy. I know that. This vlog is not going to be I'm not going to look aesthetically pleasing, okay? I am building my empire. I know that I would be inauthentic to myself if I came on here with a cute matching aloe or Lululemon set with my nails done, my hair out, my makeup beat. I would be very inauthentic because that's just not how I get down when I'm getting down. You know what I mean? I'd be worried about if I'm going to get paint in my hair. I'm going to be worried about if I get paint on my outfit, and I'm not going to put on no cute matching set to get messed up. I don't believe in that. So I'm not going to worry about if my nails are going to get broken. Like, if my face is beat in any of these videos, it's because I went somewhere prior to. I had an audition or something. But if you're looking for me to be cute or do something like cutesy, Road to FIFA, this series is not, this ain't it. Go look at one of my other vlogs where I'm getting ready for an audition or something. But yeah, I know some people might be like, why does she have on a sweatshirt and it's springtime? Because I don't want to be scrubbing paint off my arms in the shower for hours. There's a method to my madness, okay? Okay, so do y'all remember in the beginning of the video, I was talking about the paint color obstacle and then the recording obstacle with the app? Well, here is obstacle number 3 in doing this living room. This is the curtain rod for the living room window. I have 3 windows and this pole had to be extremely long. Well, as you can see in this video, this pole won't screw these pieces together because guess what? It came bent. So, of course, I had to send it back, which was another trip to UPS, and then, of course, search Amazon for a replacement. Okay, so a few days later, of course, I got the new curtain rod. Y'all, it is 3:23 in the morning. I am about to hang up this curtain rod, so this is what it's looking like before. Okay, so I used the stud finder to find the studs in the wall. I marked it properly, or so I thought. However, once I hung up all the brackets in the wall, I noticed that they were loose and starting to like lean, so they were about to fall out of the wall. So then I had to take the brackets out of the wall, repatch the holes, go to Lowe's, get more anchors and screws because you can't reuse the anchors, and then move the curtain rod down. And it was still a little too high. Finally.